We're going to explain how to fix the emulator process for AVD has terminated error in Android Studio. This frustrating error prevents you from running your Android apps within the emulator. Let's troubleshoot this problem step by step. 1. Check your system resources. The emulator is resource intensive. Insufficient RAM, CPU power, or storage space can easily lead to this error. Close unnecessary background applications to free up resources. Consider upgrading your system's RAM if you consistently face this issue. Also, ensure you have sufficient free space on your hard drive, especially where the AVD is stored. 2. Update your Android Studio and emulator. Outdated versions can contain bugs that cause this error. Go to Help, check for updates in Android Studio to update both Android Studio itself and the Android emulator. Restart Android Studio after the updates are complete. Sometimes, simply restarting your computer after an update helps resolve the problem. 3. Verify your AVD configuration. An incorrectly configured AVD can cause the emulator to crash. Create a new AVD. Make sure you choose a suitable system image that matches your app's minimum SDK version and API level. Avoid using overly high resolution or resource-intensive settings for the emulator initially. Try a lower resolution like WVGA 800 or a smaller RAM allocation. 4. Check your hypervisor settings, if applicable. If you're using virtualization, like Hyper-V on Windows or similar on Mac OS, ensure it's enabled correctly and that the Android emulator is permitted to use it. In Windows, you might need to disable Hyper-V temporarily to see if it resolves the conflict. Remember to re-enable it later if you need it for other virtual machines. 5. Reinstall the Android emulator. If the problem persists after trying the previous steps, consider reinstalling the Android emulator. You can do this by uninstalling it through the Android Studio SDK Manager and then reinstalling it. This is a more drastic step, but it can eliminate any corrupted files that might be causing the error. 6. Check for conflicting software. Some software can conflict with the Android emulator. Antivirus or security software can sometimes interfere. Try temporarily disabling your antivirus or firewall to see if that helps. Remember to re-enable it afterward. Certain VPN software can also sometimes lead to conflicts. 7. Examine the log files. Android Studio provides log files that can give clues about what went wrong. Look for error messages within the logcat or emulator logs. These logs might reveal specific problems leading to the crash. The location of these log files varies depending on your operating system, but they are generally located within the Android Studio installation directory. 8. Consider using a different emulator. If all else fails, explore alternative emulators like Genymotion or Nox Player. These are third-party options, but they might offer greater compatibility or stability in some cases. However, remember to proceed cautiously and only download from official and trusted sources. Each of these steps can help to resolve this common issue. Remember to restart your Android Studio and your computer after making significant changes.